Great.
All right. All right, so part 2 of our word problems. We have a couple more problem examples. So at a local bank, Wanda received $10 bills and $20 bills in exchange for a $100 bill. She received a total of 8 bills. How many $10 bills did she receive? Okay. So step 1 tells us to identify our variables. So what is going to be X and what is going to be Y? So what's our X? $10 bills. Our Y would be the $20 bills. Okay. Step 2 is to create our equation. So at a local bank, she's exchanging. She wants a $100 bill in return. That she has a $100 bill, but she wants 10s and 20s in return. A very common situation, right? So if I want $10 bills and $20 bills, and I'm giving you $100, does that make sense? And altogether, I received 8 bills. So to solve this one, is this elimination or substitution? This would be substitution. Why substitution? You can easily get a variable by itself, right? So I'm going to substitute with y equals 8 minus x. Does that make sense? So I substitute that in. So where y is, I'm putting 8 minus x. So plus 20 times 8 minus x equals 100. After we substitute, we distribute. And that gives us 10x plus 160 minus 20x equals 100. So we substitute, distribute, and then we do what, Marshall? We substitute, distribute, then we combine like terms. So we have 10x and negative 20x. What does that make? So we have 160 minus 10x equals 100. $10x and negative 20x makes negative 10x. Now we're isolating the x, the variable. So how do I isolate? What are the 2 steps to get x by itself? Anyone? Somebody?
Divide. Minus 160.
There we go. So I'm subtracting 160. And then what's the last thing I need to do? Divide by negative 10. So we have x equals 6. So if I know x, I plug it in and solve for y. So y equals 8 minus 6, which is 2. I was expecting a whole class response there. But all right.
Sometimes you like pause, like,
I thought it was gonna be a quick one. 8 minus 6. A response to 8 minus 6. It's too late. The moment's over.
We're at that point where we can't really see. Might be embarrassing.
If you can't say what 8 minus 6 is.
I don't want to get embarrassed.
Yeah, like what if you accidentally said like 3?
And like people start laughing at
But
us.
like,
And they go till the entire school.
Okay.
Isaac doesn't know what do I do?
I'm sure the school knows what Isaac can't do already. Ooh. Too soon, too soon. All right, here we go. We love you, Isaac. All right, so this is our answers. What do they mean?
There are 2 $20 bills.
So we have 2 $20 bills. Yeah. Okay, let's just pretend and keep going. And we have 6 $10 bills.
What?
Nothing.
You missed the moment.
All right. Was that terrible?
No,
Possibly.
not too bad.
All right. We have one more, and then you're gonna do your exit.
Don't do it.
Okay. So our last one. You collect baseball and football cards. Your uncle has an old collection of 360 cards that he gives to you. The collection has more baseball cards than football cards. In fact, it has 30 more than twice the number of football cards. How many of each are in your uncle's collection? So what are your variables?
Baseball cards and football.
All right, so we have baseball and we have football. Easy enough? Okay. So the first sentence doesn't tell us much, but the second sentence tells us it's a collection. What does collection mean mathematically? Your total, right? So it's a collection. So we know that in total, X and Y has to equal 360. Make sense? All right. Then it says there are more baseball cards than football cards, which is cool. In fact, he has 30 more than twice the number of football cards. So we know baseball cards are or is means equal. 30 more, 30 plus. Twice the number, which means that I am number of football, right? Twice the number of football. So you see how literally we read the sentence and interpret it into a math equation. All right, step 3. How should we solve this? Pretty straightforward. This is a straightforward substitution situation, right? We already know what X is, so we're just going to substitute in for X because we already know what it is. So we have 30 plus 2y plus y equals 360. So we substitute. After you substitute, you distribute. Is there anything for us to distribute? Nah. And then after that, you combine. And that becomes 3y. So we have 30 plus 3y equals 360. And now we isolate. What do I need to do to isolate? Minus 30 and then divide by 3. So we minus 30 and divide by 3. And that leaves us with 330 divided by 3, which equals 110. It's a plus.
That's definitely.
Sure. No. Yeah. Good job. All right. So we know that it's y equals 110. So if we know y, then we're going to plug in and solve for x. 30 plus 2 times 110 is 30 plus 220, which is 250. All right, what does X and Y mean? So we have 250 baseball cards and 110 football cards. No, when your notes are a part of your notebook check.